going on, everybody? I am the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham, coming at you live for a few minutes. I got a couple minutes of time to kill. Miss you guys already so much. I'm going on vacation tomorrow. Came out with a video today, my Mantis review, so hopefully you have time to watch that. But yeah, I've just been hearing and seeing and looking at all these live streams about this new 1989 Batman, and it's got me a little confuzzled on what happened here with this figure. I didn't really pick it up the other night on Wolfpack. Looking at the pictures, I mean, I guess when you just see it by itself, it looks okay, but then when you really compare it to the DX9, you're like, oh man, what happened here? Like, what did they do? Will it be better in hand? And I don't know, but we're seeing some in-hand photos, so people are getting a little worried. It looks like it's kind of getting made fun of online, so I just wanted to talk about that for a few minutes today. Short video, just a little quick hangout before the weekend. So let's just see if anybody's in here right now. We got Evil Sneaker. It says live. Yeah, just impromptu. You know, it was in my head. I'm seeing all these photos. I want to talk to you guys and see what the community actually thinks about it. So we're going to go from there. We got Nomar in the house. What's up? The movie Canon Geo. It's Jedi Graham time. Yes, it is. Ziff76. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Ryan, good to see you again as well. We got Cynthia Lopez. Dude, I just commented on Wolfpack video. I'm having the hardest time finding that song. It plays during the stream countdowns. Please let me know the name. I've spent like an hour trying to find it. Well, you're in luck. I just commented back, told you it's in the description of the video. So just go check the description all the way at the bottom, and then you'll see it there. We got Flavio's House of Collectibles, OMG Random Live. A look at those arms. Yeah, you know, getting ready to do yard work, so I'm not looking the best, but hey, I can be myself in front of you guys. We got Daniel. Haven't seen Daniel on a live in a long time. New channel member. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Daniel, and always watching and commenting on the videos. Good to see you. We got Universal Key. Good afternoon. Rap Reacts. When will Bane release? Man, not soon enough. I just did a video today that's going to post next week, and it's my oldest figures in the collection, and then it's like a tagline of, do they need a 2.0? So all this 2.0 talk has really got the juices flowing in the head here. So that's the next video, is going over what are my oldest figures and can I justify having a 2.0 of those, or do they need it? So stay tuned for that next week as well. Sayful, hello, hello. This feels like the first time where the 1.0 looks better. Yikes. And I want to talk about that because I want to know if this is maybe things to come. You know, it's not always a guarantee for the 2.0. Does this help value of 1.0s, at least until the figure comes out? So I want to talk to you guys about that too. You're badass. Thank you so much. Can't wait for the stream. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. No problem. Daniel says you're welcome as well. I'm seeing people canceling their pre-orders. 2.0 will be my first Keaton figure. Oh boy. DBG, some issues with texture, paint dabs, but I think the cowl has a better sculpt. I can't tell because of the lighting and some of the pics, but it looks too gray in some. So I want to compare the two as well, because I feel like, if you guys remember Keaton in 1989, he always looked like he could barely see out of the, like his eyes were just coming under the top of the cowl itself. And now it looks like it's more open, like the eyes are almost too big. Like, I don't know, it almost looked like it was like a handmade cowl because it was the first movie and it just kind of covered his eyes a little bit. And I think that's throwing me off a little bit too, but we'll see. We'll see. We got Rocket Knight here. They're definitely trolling. Prosty Shinobi, people complain about everything. It's true, and I'm not here to complain. I'm just literally here to take a look at it, see what you guys think. Is it an overreaction, or is this thing not as good as the 1.0? So we'll see. We got 31 in the house to start this chat. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in or on your way out. And I thank you guys for stopping by. Before getting your weekends kicked off, let me present these photos. Also, we have Brick Artemis in the house showing those arms. Yeah, you know, come on, push it up a little bit. No, doing what I can. I got to get back to the gym. We got Batman Collectibles, DX9 faceplates look more like Keaton. Texture is oversaturated with lighting and zoom photos. Still getting it. Need it. And that diorama alone worth the ticket price. That's a good point, too. That diorama is kick-ass. I mean, I'm not canceling my order by any means, but I'm also wondering, though, is this 1.0 better? So that's what we're going to look at today. So here we have on the left, we have the DX9, and then on the new one is on the right. What I don't get, what's odd to me, is how the DX9 was a great figure. I thought it was one of those that stood the test of time. Really didn't need any updates to the likeness. It really just needed some functionality, the new body, and then I didn't like the compartment that came off the back of the cowl, because it never lined up right. So if they could change that up, obviously the cape needed to be better as well, but there really wasn't too much wrong with it that I could see. It looks like they changed. Like, it almost looks like Batman Returns is in that cowl. Like an older, smoother... I don't know. You'd think smoother means younger, but almost looks like an old... Like, the Batman Returns Keaton is in that cowl, and it's just odd to me. Like, the shape of the cowl itself does look different. I wouldn't have noticed maybe if I didn't put them side by side, but I did think the eye holes look too open. I don't know. He just could barely see under those, it seemed like. So let me know what you guys think. But it's weird because the faceplate, Batman Collectibles is right. The faceplate was perfect. He kind of had those puckered lips, and now we kind of lost that just a little bit going here. The eyes look too big, too open. The eyes actually just look different in general, and maybe it's the top here. You can see like they lost some of the edginess to the cowl. So I'm wondering, you guys tell me which one is more authentic to the movie. And then obviously we have like more texture going on too, which you can definitely see some texture. But is this too much? Is some of the photos that we're seeing in hand, is the light too hard on the figure? Is it over exposed? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me check in with the chat here. We got primetime reviews. Looking jacked, bro. Put away those guns. You're too kind. We got Mitchell here passing through. What matters is if you're satisfied with it or not. Very true. We got Neilerific. Been waiting for this release. A local store still has one available, and I want to see if it is officially better than the 1.0. Angel is here as well. Welcome to the channel. Diorama is incredible, and I'm buying it because I never owned the 1.0. We got Hammer of God. Great sculpt. On the 1.0, just need better paint apps and upgrade articulation. That's what I thought too. Like, in all honesty, I could have lived without a 2.0 for this one, just because I'm going to talk about it in next week's video, but I didn't see a way to really overhaul the figure. Like, if we're looking at Bane, you overhaul that figure. If we're looking at the Crow, you could overhaul that figure. Predator, I don't know what you could really do with a Predator to enhance it. I mean, you're not doing a seamless body. You're not... maybe just paint apps and a little bit of proportions, but there's not going to be much there. So T1000, I could see an overhaul for that. Still a good sculpt, but I think it's still dated. It's one of the oldest figures that I have, if not the oldest. So, stuff like that is kind of what's going through my head here. And I did sell my DX9 right away to kind of capitalize before the hype, and then I knew I was going to get this one. I love the diorama base. Big Keaton fan. Now I'm a little, I wouldn't say I'm worried, but it's a little bit of a letdown. Not enough to cancel it by any means, but again, maybe just standing in the display, you're really not going to notice these details. Maybe it's nitpicking. So the eye cutouts on the cowl look wrong for sure. The brow is also softened too much. That's it. The cutouts, yeah, the eye cutouts, I think as well. They're too open or something. They're not the right shape. You can tell the shape is totally different. This one comes down a bit more, and then it's more straight across. This is still straight across, but it just looks different. But then also in the brows, it's not pronounced enough. So it's just weird that you had it right, so why fix something that's not necessarily broken? Don't know. Faceplate also doesn't look as tight fitting to the mask. You're right about that. There's a bit of a gap here as well. I should have gotten some actual photos of Keaton here to see, what the movie looks like. I didn't do that, so I apologize. This was very last minute, by the way. Like 3:40 Central. I decided to do a stream at 3:45, so they should have just remade the first one so people can buy it that didn't get a chance to get the first one. Yeah, this could have been a reissue instead of a 2.0. However, do you guys count a 2.0 if they just do a new base? Does that count as a 2.0, or do you think it's still considered a reissue? Let me know. Maybe I'll ask that in the poll. Let's do that. Let's start a poll. What did I say? Can a reissue... Can a reissue... No. Can a 2.0... We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, here we go. Can it be considered a 2.0 with just a new base or accessories? You guys answer that in the poll. I don't know a damn thing about the version of Batman, but the one on the left looks better. It does. It looks more iconic to that 89. Yeah, it looks like two different Batman. Why? Why? Why does it two different Batman? Like, it's the same one. You had it perfectly right the first time. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It looks more realistic now. He does look more HD. That's for sure. Like, it looks... You know, there's more texture. There's more. The paint apps are a lot better. That's for sure. The eyes themselves probably look better, but I don't know. I'm just really stressed that Returns 2.0 shows off last week isn't being pulled because of backlash. This is atrocious. I'm ranting and livid because we waited 12 years for this. Dude, it's an old figure, yeah. There should be more of a gap. We got Luis in the house. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Yeah, they just showed that 2.0 Returns. Troy says, wait, isn't the left one more accurate? That's what I'm thinking, but the left is the old, so I don't know. But eyes look nothing like Keaton either. Very true. Would love a reissue of Jack's Joker. It's a new body as well. Which is the 2.0, right or left? The left is the 1.0, and the right is the 2.0. Let's go to another photo here. So I tried to do my best to get a photo that... Let's see if I can make this bigger. Oh, here we go. So I tried to do my best. The photos from Sideshow on the 1.0 on the left here, they're very shadowy and dark, so it's really tough. But you can see how the light bounces off that cowl and off the brow, and it just looks smoother. The brow itself looks smoother on the new one. The cowl itself has more texture on the new one. It looks more shiny. It's kind of like Batman Begins, where the suit was supposed to be matte, and they made it glossy. I don't know how that... Like, we're all about details of the figure and getting the most realistic figure, so how do we miss the details, like a simple detail like that? It definitely seems like they over-textured the whole suit in general. I was watching Breda's video this morning, too. He had some good comparisons. And he even noted, like, the gold or the yellow on the emblem and the belt is actually just more bright yellow, where it was more of like a burned gold, if you will, a burned yellow on the original. I don't think I mind the bright yellow, just because it stands out. So I'm okay with that, but even the logo itself is just a hair different. The tail, you can see a little gap here, and here it goes all the way down at the bottom of the emblem. Not a big deal by any means. It looks a little more rounded as well, where this is a little bit more pointed. So just minor details like that. And then okay, so here we do have, and I forget, I got this on, I think, Facebook. I apologize if I'm not remembering who posted it. Somebody on Facebook posted this, which I thought was awesome. You get Keaton himself, all the way to the left, the 1.0, and then the 2.0. So here you can really just see the notable differences. So here's Keaton, and then here's the 1.0, and then here's the 2.0. Like, this lighting is obviously very hard, so it looks kind of, you know, the light is really bouncing off that suit. But I don't know, this is a great picture. Maybe it's the shadows, but here we have shadows too. So you guys tell me. The cowl looks a lot smoother in the 1.0. Either way, I think you're going to need a custom cape. It looks like this is the Jackson cape. It's got that leather, or that leather look, but it's like a cracked leather, but it's not real leather, obviously, or pleather. I don't know. It's a little bit of a letdown, because you're always thinking the 2.0 should be better. It should be knock the other one out of the water. So what does this do for people that have 1.0s when 2.0s come out? Is this just a one-off? Maybe it's not even that bad, but is this just one of those things that just happens where you know, you can't really calculate it happening again? Or is this something like we shouldn't trust Hot Toys to necessarily make a 2.0 better? Does this help values of 1.0s? Do we hold on to them until we actually see in-hand photos of the 2.0? Because I know I was always of the mind the 2.0 is just automatically going to be better. That's why they're making it. So I'm going to, for the most part, if I really want that figure, I'm not going to hold two of the same figures. So I'll sell that one and then put that money towards the new one. But I don't know if that's the way to do it anymore. I mean, it's different and it's not necessarily wrong, but it looks different. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, even the belt is a little too yellow, not gold. Yep. Look at the nose on the cowl. Completely different to the new one. Yeah, even the overall shape of the cowl looks different. He almost looks like a smaller face area in the cowl itself. Like, I don't know. That's my favorite photo on the right. It looks like a movie still. Yeah, this one is... That's great. The neck of the DX9 is too thin. Yeah, and the DX9 wasn't perfect, but it was a really good figure. What's up, Graham? Hey, what's up, Big Rip? Thanks for coming in. Hang loose. We got Evil Sneaker is a member for 11 months. He's hoping that Adric23 cancels his membership so he can be the longest tenured member of the Jedi Knights Watch. 11 months today. It's crazy that was 11 months ago that I started the membership. So thank you for the support, sir. Would be cool if they sent out replacement cowls or faceplates like they've done in the past with endgame head sculpts, etc. I don't know if this is that bad. I don't think there's gonna... This is more of like people are poking fun at it. I haven't seen too many people like actually like really upset. But I think this is what it's gonna be. Who knows? Maybe in your natural lighting or in your case, it's going to look fine. We got Valkyrie here as well. Good afternoon. Gnarly Chaplain. For someone who wants a Bale Batman, is it better to wait for another release or just go for the one of the full armory sets? That's tough. I would tell you to go for the Armory 2.0 because that's what I have pre-ordered, but I feel like they're just gonna keep making the hell out of that Batman. I think eventually, because they're kind of putting it behind a paywall right now, I think eventually they're gonna do another Bale Batman by himself. So if you don't want the Armory, I would hold tight and wait for that, because they're coming out with everything right now. So and it's there's new proportions, new cowl. So I would think they're gonna make their money, and they're gonna milk it for what they can. And they'll give you a Batman eventually, but I think it's going to be closer to the time when these armories release. Too much detail. There's an overcorrection to respond to InArt's detail in their figures. Big Dog Pound is here. Woo! Happy Friday to you. Too sweet to you. 2.0 cowl is more accurate. Okay. It's interesting. The yellow is more accurate. Yeah, I think it's just weird, too, especially the mouth plate. Why couldn't the mouth plate have stayed the same? I mean, it was perfect. It was really good. Like, it was Keaton through and through. Definitely a little letdown. To have this on layaway on Sideshow, I don't know about this. Which is which in the picture? So, this is Keaton himself. This is the 1.0. And then this is your 2.0. Did you just cheers me with water? What have you become? It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm sick of drinking. All right, so those are some of those photos there. And then just bringing up... let me stop this. I want to switch over to a different screen here. So this is the 1.0 on Sideshow. Would any of you consider... Let me check this poll. Let's see if I can check this poll here. Did I lose my... I think I lost my spot. Here. Let me close this poll. 50 in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Short notice. Can it be considered a 2.0 with just a new base or accessory? 69% say no and 30% said yes. Had 49 votes. That's interesting too, because I don't want them to cop out on these figures that they just teased. The DX13, Jungle Hunter, Batman Returns. I don't want them to cop out and just do like the same figure and just give you a diorama base or something, because I don't think that is warranted. But also I know they're just trying to make money. But would you guys consider, if you don't have Keaton, if you don't have Keaton right now, would you consider just getting the 1.0? Or are you still sold on this? I'm going to ask that in the poll too. Man, it's probably going to be easier to get this one, but you never know. Alright, starting a new poll here. Alright, so yeah, coming back to here. I don't know, I just, you guys remember that scene in 89 Batman where he kind of like puts on the suit and he kind of looks up and the light just hits him, and you can just, again, you get that Keaton look with the puckered lips and then the eyes just under the cowl openings and the eye openings there, and just the shadow, how it hits. Like this one I feel like really did that justice. But again, you could not articulate this. I still don't think the new one is going to have like amazing articulation. I think you're going to be able to hold the arms up, but I think the suit's still going to get in the way of doing something dynamic. I mean, this is really what I'm going to do with my Batman either way, so I don't necessarily care about the articulation. It would be nice though to have the ability to pose it. But yeah, you can definitely see it's kind of like a darker gold for the belt. And then the suit, you can see a little bit of texture too, but it's not like it is on the new one. And I know they wanted him to look more animalistic, so that's why the suit was like more textured. Kind of wanted him to look like a beast. I always love the abdomen area too, just really cool armor. And then we go to the new one. You can definitely see a lot of texture here. A brighter yellow belt. And this doesn't look bad, but I do still somewhat see Keaton, but I don't see that Keaton. I don't see 89 Keaton. It almost looks like more of a Returns Batman. And it's puzzling. I'm not angry. I'm puzzled. But look, like you can see all of this. And this is a different lighting too. This lighting is pretty harsh, but I felt like the cowl blended in better with the cape on the 1.0. And here, it definitely stands out a lot more. Like this is from Jason. He's posted this on Facebook. And this was on one of the groups. But again, take this for what it's worth. It doesn't have the cape on. But you can see all the texture. It's very shiny. I don't like the shine. This is one of the jokes going around right now, too. And I see it. Like, faceplates on Batman. Why do we always have to have goofy faceplates? I think the only one in recent history that doesn't have goofy ones is going to be the Batman, Pattinson. But, like, I don't remember him ever looking like this. Okay. Not bad. It'll look fine. But why? Why change it when you had a great figure? I'm not gonna lie. I've contemplated just looking on eBay, seeing what's around, seeing what's available. I know Deal of the Collector is selling a DX9, but then again, I don't know if this is bad enough to do that. Plus, I need that base. I need that a lot. I need that Vicky Vale shoe. Here it doesn't look bad. Like, certain angles, certain lighting, it doesn't look bad. I don't know. I would have rather had another neutral faceplate that was bloodied and battle damaged. But here, like, he's kind of got the head tilted down. You would think the eyes would be covered just a little bit more. And then they changed the cowl. I still like this photo a lot, though. I'll leave that up for a minute while I check in with you guys. Make sure you guys vote. I want your voices to be heard. SG Collectibles is in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for stopping in. L Walker's here as well. Just wait until you get it in hand to decide. Yeah, I'm getting it. I also thought about getting it from Toys Buying Agent, but I don't want to pay $80 more. I'll just have to wait for Sideshow. I have it pre-ordered and paid off, so I just hope I'm not waiting another 5 months to get it from Sideshow. Someone did a short diorama. It's huge. It looks so good. You could put Joker on that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That was a great idea, because Batman's gonna go in front of. What am I doing here? I'm sharing the wrong screen. Batman's gonna go in front of the Batmobile, and then I think Joker's gonna go on that base for sure. Keeping my DX9 and getting the 2.0. Hell yeah. Definitely contemplating getting the 1.0. Maybe if I can find a good price. It's actually still going for a good amount, which surprised me. I didn't think that value would stay. You know, I thought this would kill it, but I don't have Keaton yet. But I'm happy to get whichever version I can get. Articulation on the Batwing. Feeding Frenzy did a 7-minute review. Articulation not much better than the DX9, and I wouldn't think it would be. It's just a thick rubber suit. It's too difficult on those joints to really keep that in that position. Looks like more of the Forever cowl. I just don't see. I don't see this shape of the cowl. And it's not like you can use the What about this? We'll have to wait until we see a comparison of the two. Like, because what they've been doing with these 2.0s is they've been making the body more accurate, so a little bit bigger. Could you use the DX9 cowl? Because I do have one yet. With the 2.0 Batman. However, now that I'm talking through this, I still hate that compartment on the back, because mine always had a ridge on the top of the head that you could see, and I hated it. So that probably won't work, but good idea to think about. Looks more like Returns, because they're going to reuse it for the Batman Returns 2.0. He's laughing, but he ain't lying. The faceplates, I thought the one on the right with the pink shirt looked the best. DX owners are just bitter for the 2.0. Let's see. Yeah, Prosty still thinks the 2.0 looks better. Can't be bitter if you have both. True. Not getting either. Too many great pre-orders right now. Yeah. I do hope Sideshow ships soon. I'm waiting for Hano Wolverine. I hope they're catching up, man, because I think they're just shipping out like C-3POs right now. And I've had that since February, so that seems like a lifetime ago. Looks dope to me. I'm sure in hand it'll be better. I'm sure too. Again, some of these are just different lighting and stuff like that. Again, it doesn't look bad. I just don't get why you change it when you already had it right. But it'll look fine on the shelf. I like this picture a lot too. I wouldn't mind maybe doing a pose like this, actually. Or maybe I do this pose with the diorama and put Joker by the Batmobile. That's also something that might happen. Villains to be announced by end of the year. Heard it here first. Are we talking about Returns, Brick? Or Joker? You think we're getting another Joker? We got Jose in the house. Hello. Sold my DX in anticipation for the new MMS, and I'm feeling pretty disappointed. Probably gonna cancel my pre-order. I have to be more judicious in the pre-orders I keep with so many coming out. Ryan, I don't know, man. I get the disappointment, but I really would. If you're a big Batman fan, I think you got to stick with this and see what it looks like in hand. I don't want everybody just freaking out, and I just wanted to talk about it because I was kind of laughing about it and kind of curious, but also kind of like, what the heck? Like, again, why did this change when you had it right? So I don't know, man. Maybe keep it, and if you really don't like it, sell it then. think it's going to hold its value for a little bit. So up to you, of course, but I would keep it and see it through. See what it looks like when you get it. There's some good angles here. You know, you do still see some of it. It just looks different. This is terrible. This faceplate is terrible, though. We get this faceplate. We get the Batman Begins faceplates, and then even some of like the Dark Knight ones are pretty bad. I don't ever remember seeing him look like this. Does anybody else out there? Oh boy. Let me check in. Yeah, we'll stick on this one for a little bit. Let me check with this poll. Let's end this poll. I actually got to get going in like 6 minutes, so we will end this soon. I just wanted to hang out with you guys when I had a free minute. But which Batman will you get? 2.0, 83%. DX19 or DX9, 16%. So a lot of people still on board with this, and that's good. You're just not going to use some of these faceplates and whatnot. I would still, and again, I haven't seen it in hand. From the proto pictures, though, the cape looks thick still. It's not pleather, which is good, but I believe it's wired, and it's not going to drape nice. I would still urge you guys to think about picking up the Jackson Jew cape. It's going to be a nice draping cape. It's not too expensive, and it really does change the look of the Batman. So if you've seen previous videos of mine, you know that I have those capes, and they work well. I bought one about a year ago, actually, just in anticipation for this figure to come out. So if anybody needs the Batman cape as well from 1/6 Kit, I have an extra one, so I could sell it to you for a little cheaper than it's going for on the site. But let me know if anybody needs the Batman Pattinson cape, a drape cape. Otherwise, I'll maybe keep that if I ever do get the in-art one. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's some good things here as well. It's just odd. I'm hoping in natural light the texture isn't too noticeable, and I'm hoping we still just see more of a Keaton here. Yeah, the eyes look big. A couple of those faceplates I don't like. I don't like this. It just looks very textured. But not terrible. Anybody going to try to get really dynamic with this guy? We got one Adam 12 here. Never trust the blogger photos. I still have mine on order. Yeah, but we've seen some in-hand photos as well that we've looked at, and it does look a lot different, but we'll see. Not sure if he brought this up already, but I'm sure Jazz Inc. will make their own Keaton. He did ask if there would be any interest in the Facebook group. It's possible, but I got to see that Catwoman proto, and I got to see the price that they're going to charge for her, because I can't afford their vehicles, so I don't know if I'll be able to afford their figures. But something to keep an eye out. I mean, we always want to have options and get the best that we see fit. So here's my question before we end this, and I want you guys to let me know in the chat. What does this do for future 1.0s? Does this make you, and again, a lot of people don't have this in hand, so we're just kind of bullshitting here, but does this do anything for 1.0s? Does this make you think about selling the 1.0 right away? Does this make you wonder if, you know, it's not always just a given that the 2.0 is better? It'll be different, but not necessarily better. What do you guys think in the chat? What does this do for 1.0s? Does this help hold value a little bit? Because maybe people hold on to them a little longer, or they won't just have a fire sale and get rid of them when the new thing comes out. We saw the Battle Damage Darth Vader be announced recently, and then, you know, people were already selling the Obi-Wan Vader, which I don't think is necessary. But let me know what you guys think in the chat, and we'll give it a minute here. This right here, and it's always with the Batmans. They can't figure it out. Seriously, like, Batman is one of the most popular figures. You know, he's for DC what Iron Man and Spider-Man are for Marvel. Like, Darth Vader is for Star Wars. Why can't they nail the Batman figures? And why can't they nail this one when they already nailed it 10 years ago? But they butchered Batman Begins. DX19 isn't great. I've sold that one since. Pattinson was okay. There's some flaws with that, but it's still a really good figure. We got Dan in the house. Case-by-case basis. Makes me definitely want to wait for the final product to be revealed. Have to see it in person before I can answer that personally. Something to point out is that the modern suit Batman from The Flash looks very posable. Articulation looks promising in that one. I'm still on the fence about that one. I'm trying to be more selective as well, and you know, there's so much coming out. I don't want to have 400 figures in my collection, so I'm curating a little bit. But so I'm wondering if I still need that one. Like, didn't love the movie, enjoyed it, didn't love it. Just trying to get the things that really have deep meaning to me, so I'm still on the fence about that one. 1.0 worthless, just keep for personal reasons. It's not worthless though. It's still going for $325, $350 on eBay. It's still holding some value actually. Maybe because it's a DX, comes with a shit ton of stuff. I don't know, but it's a lot more expensive than I thought it would be. I agree, case by case basis. Is this sold out everywhere? It is waitlisted on Sideshow. I haven't really checked around. If Steve's still in the chat, he can let us know about underground figures. Will they be releasing the Batman Returns Hot Toys figure soon? Don't know. Those were teases. They might release all of them. They might release none of them. They've done that in the past where they showcase, but then they do nothing with it. So it's really just a wait and see game. My guess is they would. I honestly think Sneaker's onto something, though. I bet Hot Toys being Hot Toys, what they did was they kind of blended Keaton 89 with Keaton of Returns together so that they can use the same faceplates. I'm telling you, what I saw was like a Batman Returns in a somewhat 89 cowl. I think that could be something there. So I do think Returns will come, and Hot Toys cutting corners there a little bit to make it work for both figures. This is not the 89 Keaton faceplate. So think about that. Think about that. All right. We got Dragon Warrior reviews. Mine is on the way. I will review it when I have it. Yeah, I wanted to get mine early, but maybe if that price comes down on Toys Buying Agent, I just can't do it right now. Can't flip that kind of cash. Still looks great with a custom wired cape. I got the DX19 just to get the Armory announcement a few weeks later. Dude, it's stone cold. I mean, that happened with Mandalorian. We got the if you want to call it a 2.0 or the second rendition of Mando, and then like right after we got it, they announced the Chrome. And you know, DX19 was here for less than a year before we got the Armory. It's like, man, sometimes that's the stuff that just sucks. So, alrighty, well. Yeah, I'm going to call it here. I got to go get my kids, and then I got to go finish packing and getting ready for vacation. So I will be gone. There will be no Wolfpack next week, but I will have a video come out either Wednesday or Friday. Again, it's on my oldest figures in the collection, and do they need a 2.0? We've been talking about this a lot, and it's a really good topic, and it's a lot of fun to discuss this with you guys and see kind of what you're all thinking, if you like it, if you don't like it. I don't think this is the end of the world, and I don't think you should cancel, but it is just odd that they've changed up the look to 1989 Batman. The DX9 was sacred to me. It was a really good figure. It hurt me to let it go, but I figured this would be the same figure with just everything new. So we'll see. But hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.